upper 60s to right around 70 in Metro LA and AC, mid-70s to right around 80 for the valleys and the IE. We lead local, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee.
At Uline, they know firsthand the road to success is an uphill climb. Uline started in the family basement, and through hard work is now North America's most trusted shipping and industrial supplier. They get what it means to have the support of reliable, hard-working partners. So they keep 38,000 items ready to ship. Whether your company is still in a basement office or expanding South Country, Uline will be there on your road to success. Visit uline.com.
Living with someone who tested positive for COVID-19 in the past 5 days, those 18 and over who are not vaccinated may be able to take part in a clinical trial for a possible medication.
Mr. Banks.
This trial is not for a vaccine, and participation is voluntary. Participants will receive study-related care at no cost, and may receive reimbursement for study-related time and travel. To learn more, call 844-461-1936. That's 844-461-1936.
Addressing hair loss has never been easier thanks to Advanced Hair Restoration's simple one-day treatment. The most difficult part? Making the call for your free consultation. Call 844-333-HAIR and get $250 off and 250 free hair grafts. AdvancedHair.com.
Hey, we're Hope. Meet Dr. Daryl Pearlstein. He's a thoracic surgeon at the Hope Family Cancer Institute who loves the outdoors and hiking. He's also a leader in robotic-assisted surgery who trains other surgeons nationwide. Dr. Pearlstein would love to get to know you and is ready to make a positive difference in your family's life. Get to know Hope. Visit hopehealth.org and find your physician today.
Staples Connect helps your business grow. Now get 20% off signs, banners, or posters when you spend $75 or more. Explore more at your local Staples or staplesconnect.com. Offer ends 1/1/22. Visit staples.com/services/penny for details. Staples Connect. For official rules and more information about contests on this station, go to KFIAM640.com/rules. The KFI Pastathon helps to provide 25,000 meals to kids every week in Southern California. Donate now at any Smart and Final or at pastathon.com. KFI AM 640. More stimulating talk. Welcome back. Bill Handel here, and the morning guys and gals. By the way, gals appropriate to you? Certainly guys is. That's actually generic for everybody. But gals, it almost seems like a cowboy term, doesn't it? Every time I say gals, it's yeah. Let's go back to the news. Jennifer, Wayne, me.
Well, the House has voted to censor Republican Paul Gosar over this cartoon that was showing him stab President Biden and killing Congresswoman Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Yeah. Two Republicans. Liz Cheney and not Kissinger, Kinzinger are the only ones, and these are the ones that voted to impeach President Trump also. Every other Republican voted no. Kevin McCarthy said not only no, but when we come into power, we're going to censure Democrats. And here's the point. Censor Democrats for what? For being Democrats. That's what it sounds like. This guy threatened to kill. Well, at least he didn't threaten to kill.
It wasn't a threat, but
no, it wasn't a threat.
He didn't make it. He had his people make a video in which he killed a fellow congressperson.
I mean, that is so over the top in terms of the collegiality and decorum that you would think in Congress.
And also, in the video, then he's coming after Biden with two swords.
Yeah, I mean,
where's the Secret Service on this? Because I'll tell you what, and I would never do it, but if I made a little video and the I'm coming after the president with two swords, they'd be at my front door like that.
100%. And Kevin McCarthy not only thinks that's okay, he doesn't have a problem with it, but we're going to nail the Democrats for bringing it up. That's how crazy it has become. Later on, I have a story for you that is all public servants, or many across the country, the death threats that are coming down if you're a school board member or you are an election official and people didn't like the way the election went. I'm going to kill you for that.
That's what's happening in America. We'll talk about that later on.
Governor Gavin Newsom. Hey, Jen, it's a story about Gavin Newsom. He said that the backlog at the ports is getting better slowly, and also he's going to try to get a lot of federal funds to help make those ports more efficient moving forward.
And I mean, he's working at this point. There's some ease. A couple of things is the fine helps a lot. The 24/7 open port, I don't know. The fact that they're stacking containers far higher than they would, but almost stacking containers until one falls off. You know, we played that game before. Jenga. Yeah.
And also they lifted the weight maximum for trucks that are carrying containers out of the port. They're like, you know what, you can put another container on that.
So they're doing everything you can, but it's going to take a while, and it's going to be incremental.
All right, stores like Target, TJ Maxx, Marshall's, Home Goods, all posted strong profits and say they have plenty in stock for Black Friday. Now, the only thing is, there's this story that came out yesterday, the day before yesterday. Stores like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, that a lot of times you can go in and get designer brands. They say they're not going to have as many designer brands on the shelves this year because the designer brands don't have as much to give to them because of supply chain issues.
Yeah, but in the end, who gets the supplies? Who gets the goods? The big players.
Yep.
And it's the small retailers that are getting completely nailed. But that's the given. The small guy gets screwed.
Target says their inventory for the quarter is up almost 18% compared with the same time last year. So I guess there's no supply chain problem for Target. Oh, man. So some public records that were requested through the Freedom of Information Act shows the LAPD had been in talks with this tech firm that not just allows using social media to surveil people, what they're posting, to look for threats, but goes way beyond that. The company is called Voyager Labs, and they claim that their software would allow the PD not just to monitor suspects' online stuff, but also surveil the accounts of thousands of that person's online friends, that their artificial intelligence can tell, this is a quote, who out there is the most engaged in their heart about their ideology. They're claiming to have AI that knows the difference between you posting something like, I don't like people who whatever, and somebody else who says, I don't like people who whatever, and they can tell that you're not really serious about doing anything, and the other person is.
Sounds like a Tom Cruise movie, doesn't it?
It sounds it's getting into that kind of territory. Now, it turns out LAPD did not end up signing a contract with these people, but it shows you the degree of technological intrusion that is available to law enforcement.
And let me ask you this, where is the line? For example, let's say I'm obsessed with pressure cookers. And I'm innocently obsessed. I'm just looking, I'm researching it. There are people that we just research like crazy in terms of the best one, Consumer Reports, Yelp reviews, all of that, and you spend a great deal of time. Do you nail those people? Do you look at what they said, and do you look at other posts that they have looked at?
Where's the line? It's conceivable that if you posted like, hey, what pressure cooker do you use? I want the best one. That as a key, if that's a keyword,
I'm sure it is,
could trigger surveillance of all your online activity, and they're claiming all the people that you connect with online.
To establish whether or not how serious you are about pressure cookers and where. And are you going to go to the Boston Marathon, for example, with your pressure cooker, or you live in Boston?
All right, social media platforms now are becoming one of the main ways that teenagers are getting their hands on fentanyl. So it's not just the guys selling drugs on the corner anymore, according to an LA County Sheriff's Department deputy. Now they say these social media sites and online platforms, because of the anonymity, are a great way for kids to get their hands on stuff. And again, may not be that they're searching, hey, how do I get fentanyl?
No, they're not, as a matter of fact.
Oxy or whatever it is that they're searching
those
for.
drugs, those illicit drugs, look exactly like the pharmaceutical drugs. And it's horrible, is what it is. And how do you get around that? You stop the internet. You control it. You look to see who is more likely to sell fentanyl in their mind, who has the malicious heart. Let's take a break. We'll come back.
Oh, Bill, you're not going to... I don't think you're going to like this next story.
No, probably not. This is KFI. Let's check in with Jennifer.
California is working with Arizona and Nevada to try and figure out ways to save water in the Colorado River. Representatives from water agencies in each of the states are working on a plan that would take less water from the river and leave an additional 500,000 acre-feet of water in Lake Mead next year. Maryland is dealing with a rare case of monkeypox. It was confirmed Tuesday night after a traveler returned to the U.S. from a trip to Nigeria, and an experimental nuclear power plant backed by billionaires Bill Gates and Warren Buffett is headed to a small town in Wyoming. The two have chosen a city and say it will be built by 2028. It'll replace a coal-fired plant that is set to close in 2025. We're looking at your ride with VKFI in the sky. We'll see why it's slow on the 5 next.
All right, Medicare open enrollment. This is the time. Once a year it happens, and this is when the plan, well, you can sign up for new plans if you're already on Medicare. It's also the time when people do sign up to begin their Medicare coverage. And navigating it all can be pretty difficult. It can be actually overwhelming. A lot of complexity to it. This is where AGA comes in. AGAMedicareOptions.com. Their agents, experienced agents, will advise you step by step on a plan that fits your unique situation and budget. Plans that are accepted by your physicians, cover medications at the lowest out-of-pocket cost. All their agents are local. They live and work right here in Southern California, so you're assigned an agent who's with you through the whole process. Changes occur every single year, and if you're already on Medicare, set up a benefit review to make sure you're on the best plan or will be. If you're going to go on Medicare, set up a benefit review so you can make sure you're going to go on the best plan. Now, pound 250 on the cell and say the keyword My Medicare. Pound 250 on the cell, say My Medicare. Visit AGAMedicareOptions.com.
The holidays are right around the corner, and your neighborhood grocery outlet is the one-stop shop for all your holiday needs. Enjoy big savings on your holiday meals at your local grocery outlet.
Sunshine weather from KFI, partly cloudy with highs 60s at the beaches to right around 80 inland. This report is brought to you by Grocery Outlet. From Southern California Toyota Dealers Traffic Center, we make it easy. It's slow on the 5.
You betcha. Well, the section of the 5 that we're going to talk about is the I-5, the Golden State Freeway, East LA up towards Burbank. Now, there was a problem that we watched for a while. It was North 5 at the Colorado on-ramp. So right in the middle of the freeway, there was a brick stuck. But we watched the driver slowly, and good job, by the way, if you're listening, I hope you are, got over to the shoulder. Now, what he's blocking now is getting on the North 5 of Colorado. The very end of the acceleration lane will be blocked. It's a little hard to get on the freeway, but you can do it. Rest of the freeway, not bad. It's slow, but moving up towards the 134. Great news for the drivers in downtown Los Angeles. If you missed our last report, South 101 before the 4 level had a whole bunch of lanes blocked, all lanes open. It is slow but starting to move from Santa Monica Boulevard. And we're heading up to Mission Hills. There's a problem reported West 118 at the 5. More on that coming up. I get back to the 101. That's what we're over now between the Tank Canyon, 405. Both sides are busy, but everybody's moving along. In the internet accident business, Superwoman, Superlawyer.com. Jeff Boss, AFI in the sky.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Bags under your eyes? That's junk sleep. And Mattress Firm can help. Shop the Black Friday sale and save up to $500 on top-rated brands you'll love, like Sleepy's. Plus, pair the mattress of your dreams with a free adjustable base with qualifying purchase.
Well, you've heard me talk about my friends at Sunday and how they can sell your home fast without any repairs, without the hassle of dealing with showings, realtors, cleaning, or making upgrades. Now Sunday has made the process even easier for those who want to sell a property fast. Contact Sunday for your free no-obligation cash offer. They're going to visit your property, take photos, and do a 3D walkthrough. They'll package your property details and send it to the thousands of local investors in their database who are actively looking to buy properties. The average homeowner receives 12 offers on their property. It's quick and easy. Plus, you can close in as little as 10 days, or they have the flexibility to close in months. They can even give you a $20,000 cash advance, which will help with moving costs when you sell with Sunday. Go to Sunday.com, SUNDAE.com, or phone them, 800-25-OFFER. Get a free no-obligation cash offer at Sunday.com, SUNDAE.com. Sunday is a California licensed real estate broker, DOE license number 020-88298.
Mass Mutual knows college planning can be an uncomfortable conversation.
Grandma, I hope you're around forever.
Just so sweet.
Do you still have that other grandma?
Talk to us about college planning today. Feel comfortable about tomorrow. Mass Mutual. Live Mutual.
We did everything the old-fashioned way. Hey, do you know who won the football game last night?
Hop around and get a newspaper.
Well, that's how things were with home selling. So we at Open Door invented a new way to sell your home. One without the hassles and hurdles of listings, showings, and unknowns. Just go to opendoor.com, enter your address, and tell us a little about your home. And Open Door will make you an offer in minutes. Sell your home the new-fashioned way. Get your free offer at opendoor.com/myoffer. Open Door is represented by Open Door Brokerage Inc., license 0206113, California, and Open Door Brokerage LLC in Southern Market.
Hello, this is Assembly Member Freddie Rodriguez. Thank you for doing your part to fight the spread of COVID-19 here in California. As we continue efforts to vaccinate our fellow Californians, I know that some folks may still have questions. It's okay to have questions, and I want to share what we know about the vaccines from the experts. These vaccines have been thoroughly tested for safety and effectiveness in clinical trials. And these trials included a diverse group of tens of thousands of people from different races, ages, and medical histories. Hundreds of millions have already received the vaccine. We know that vaccines are a critical part to protect our public health and helping us get back to normal. So please, talk to your healthcare provider or visit myturn.ca.gov for more information. I know that together we can beat COVID. Thank you.
Sponsored by the Pharmaceutical Research and Manufacturers of America.
When I renovated my kitchen, I wanted to stay on budget and in control. So I found a contractor on Houzz. That's Houzz. The pro I hired on Houzz provided an online project dashboard, so I could track the budget, approve changes, get updates, and even see a project timeline. With a big renovation, that's really reassuring.
For a great home renovation experience, find the right pro for the job at Houzz. That's Houzz.
Spectrum Mobile is reinventing wireless again. Get unlimited on 2+ lines for $29.99 a month per line. No contracts, no added taxes or fees. Includes nationwide 5G. Save up to 60% with Spectrum Mobile. Get unlimited on 2+ lines for $29.99 a month. Call 855-438-2999 or visit a store near you. Offer valid for new customers on 2+ unlimited lines. Spectrum Internet required. Savings based on 2-line comparison of unlimited plans among major national carriers as of 9/20/21. Prepaid excluded. Restrictions apply.
Andrew Cuomo was so proud of what he said, he then said it to other people afterwards. You know people like this.
Yes.
Who say the most egregious things at the absolute worst times, and then they'll repeat those things to you.
Right.
And all you can do is roll your eyes and say, get out. Gary and Shannon.
What a piece of crap, yeah.
Weekdays at 10 a.m.
Not a good human.
on KFI. Welcome back. Bill Handel and Morning Crew. On a Thursday, November 18th, we finish Handel on the news. Jennifer Wayne and me.
Well, American support for more gun control is at its lowest level since 2014, according to a Gallup poll released yesterday. 52% of U.S. adults said they want stricter gun laws. In 2018, which was right after the Parkland shooting, it was at 67%. As you might imagine, very partisan issue.
Yeah, of course.
Democrats overwhelmingly support stricter gun laws. Only 24% of Republicans do.
And it has to do with shootings at schools and gun control advocates, or the gun control, those that are favorable gun control, the numbers increase. And when there's crime that's on the increase, like there is now, then gun control is off the table. We want everybody to have a gun. And that's the argument.
Of the people who own guns in this country, 88% said they own it for protection from crime. And that is up from just 2/3 in 2020.
Yeah, and I can see that.
But it's also these, as you can tell by the nature of the story, this trends and ebbs and flows over periods of decades.
All right, it was in 2019 that a law was put into place that was aimed at phasing out privately run jails in California by 2028. But there was a ruling last month by a 3-judge appellate panel that kept in place part of the world's largest detention system for immigrants. Now the California Attorney General is asked that ban be reinstated on privately run prisons because Rob Bonta says they treat people like commodities and pose an unacceptable risk to health and welfare.
Yeah, in the meantime, it's a federal issue, and the Supreme Court said, good for you, California. This is the feds. And there's a, look at the supremacy clause in the Constitution. I have a hard time understanding that.
Gotcha.
Yeah, which is and maybe what Bonta's saying publicly is for the masses about how terrible these prisons are. But notice he's not saying for public consumption what the legal framework is that would allow the state to ban all of these prisons that are run by the state.
Big Jersey.
Super
Big
oh my God,
Jersey, yeah.
Treated as horrible, we're going to change it. They're suing California.
Phrase 9 track.
As well as the private prisons.
They can't tell the feds what to do, generally speaking.
Yeah.
LA City Controller says, we got to redo this program we have to fix the sidewalks. The little history here is, city was sued by disabled advocates saying the sidewalks are so bad, you're interfering with disabled people's ability to move around the city. So there was a settlement. The city agreed to step up fixing the sidewalks. They put a whole complicated plan in place where they'll come and fix your sidewalks, and then they'll give it a warranty. And when the warranty expires, it becomes the homeowner's responsibility to maintain the sidewalk. Well, guess what? They haven't fixed very much sidewalk. So the controller's saying, here's the problem. You have a part of the sidewalk broken. They'll come out and fix a whole bunch of the sidewalk, including stuff that's not even broken. I want to target it to the part that's actually broken.
And have you seen some of these sidewalks? You go to LAX, and we're not just talking about a crack. You're talking about buckling, and it looks like a mountain range has been created. Where, I mean, it's crazy. And it's the trees that were planted along the on the other side of the sidewalk. And those trees all have to be torn up. Kill a tree day. That's what the city's going to have every year.
Jeff Bezos goes to a charity event in LA over the weekend and ends up being the villain of this fundraiser. So it was the Baby to Baby event at the Pacific Design Center in West Hollywood. Honored at the event was Vanessa Bryant with the Giving Tree Award for her longtime support of the charity. Well, so I guess Jeff Bezos hadn't donated anything, and everybody was kind of waiting for him to do it, and he didn't. And then all of a sudden, a little bit later in the evening, after this chatter's kind of going around, Bezos donates $500,000 to the charity, and apparently the crowd goes, ugh. Like, that's all.
Audible groaning in the room.
If this is a lesson for Bezos, don't go to charity events.
Yeah, I feel that's not really fair.
Yes.
This is one event, one charity. We don't know what else he's doing now. His ex-wife is doing way better with the charitable giving than he is, but it does seem a little unfair.
Yeah, well, he's not particularly known to be the most charitable guy in the world. I mean, you've got Bill Gates, who gave away his entire fortune, effectively.
Buffett.
Yeah, Buffett literally gave away his entire fortune. And then you have Bezos, that is, relatively speaking, and there's a great, I love this, there's a great stat in here. It's estimated that Bezos makes, according to this article, $142,000 per minute. So they're saying that he made more money during the 5 minutes that it took for this to happen than the actual donation. I can see why people are upset. Stop going to these charitable events.
Oh, and I have breaking news I just saw on TV. The McMuffin turns 50 today.
Wow.
And to honor the McMuffin, McDonald's is selling from 6 a.m. to 10:30 this morning McMuffin for its original price of, how much do you think the original price of a McMuffin was?
75 cents.
Oh, you're close, Wayne.
It's I don't have the exact thing, but it's closer to 65 or high 50s.
Wayne gets it. 63 cents was the original price. So you can get a McMuffin this morning till 10:30 for 63 cents.
When I was a very little one, and there were very few McDonald's out there, I remember an 18-cent burger, sort of in the back reaches of my mind.
Really?
Yeah, it must have been in a stroller for all I know, but my memory goes back that far. And it's a little bit different today. IHOP occasionally has the same price as when they opened up in 1966. So
Okay.
you have an order of pancakes for 35 cents or something. Yeah.
That's cool.
You have to wait for those days. And of course, we weren't until 10 o'clock here, so our chances of making a mad dash. Oh, and what do you think the lines are going to look like at McDonald's?
It's gonna be bad.
Yeah. All right, we are done with the news. Coming up, I'm going to ask Wayne to sit in on this. And the man who fatally shot Ahmad Arbery, and that's Travis Michael, is on the stand claiming self-defense. So Wayne is going to join me, and we're going to discuss this and dive into it a little bit deeper. This is KFI AM 640 live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Not just stimulating talk, it's more. KFI.
And KOST HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County.
Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
They got him. I'm Jennifer Jones-Lee, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. A man police believe is the serial burglar in the San Fernando Valley has been arrested. He was caught last night near Hampton Dam in Shadow Hills. LAPD Deputy Alan Hamilton says people in the area made police aware of an armed man walking around.
They simultaneously called 911, and that caused Foothill Division unit to respond to the area in an attempt to take that suspect into custody.
There have been nearly a dozen burglaries of homes and businesses in the area since October. News is brought to you by Mike Diamond, the Smell Good Plumber. Mayor Garcetti says winter is coming, and that could mean another surge of COVID-19 cases.
The United Kingdom is experiencing a surge. They've often been ahead of our surges, and we can expect this to hit us here in the coming weeks and months.
Garcetti gave his first COVID update in a while last night, and he says cases are already starting to rise across L.A. He's encouraging everyone to get the COVID vaccine to help keep the numbers as low as possible. A strip supervisor who worked on the Rust movie set has filed a lawsuit in L.A. in connection with the accidental shooting that killed Helena Hutchins.
Maybe Mitchell says she'll never forget what happened on the day of the tragedy.
I regret the shooting and the candidate poison and again over and over again.
Mitchell's lawsuit seeks both financial and punitive damages over the accidental shooting. The lawsuit, which takes aim at actor Alec Baldwin and other producers of the movie, alleges that safety protocols surrounding guns were ignored. It also claims that no rehearsal had officially started when the shooting happened. Blake Shirley, KFI News.
Deputies will start using body-worn cameras in jails in downtown L.A. to help track what leads up to use of force incidents.
We can also hear what's going on.
L.A. County Assistant Sheriff Brendan Corbett says there was a 34% spike in use of force incidents compared to last year.
You referred to 2020 as a bit of an anomaly.
He says the pandemic closed courts, prison transfers, and more, so when comparing the almost 600 use of force incidents this year with 2019 stats, he says there was actually a 14% decrease.
We've also implemented a head strike tracker.
Corbett said this week head strikes were 6% of the total, and in 1% of use of force incidents, an inmate was hit in the head, and they were already restrained. In L.A., Corbin Carson, KFI News.
The L.A. County DA says a new youth diversion program allows people hurt by the crime to have a voice in the resolution and restitution.
With the new READY program, eligible candidates will be able to avoid court involvement in formal charges after successful completion of an individually tailored program.
DA George Gascon says the program will address the underlying problems that contribute to the crime, such as substance abuse or mental health issues. Program administrators say restorative justice has reduced rearrest rates by 50 to 70%. The officials also claim restitution completion rates are 160 times higher. The jury in the Kyle Rittenhouse trial will deliberate for a third day today. Rittenhouse is accused of killing 2 men and injuring a third during protests in Kenosha last year. The defense team for 3 white men in Georgia continued their arguments this morning, and now cross-examination by the prosecution is happening. This is in the Ahmad Arbery murder trial. One of the 3 men accused in the murder, Travis McMichael, testified yesterday that he killed Arbery in self-defense after confronting him about being in a home that was under construction. Now he is being cross-examined right now on the stand, and Handel and Wayne will talk more about that in just a second. And Starbucks will soon be giving the gift of reusable mugs for its annual Red Cup Day. The company is giving away free holiday Red Cups starting today to customers who order a holiday drink. This year's cups are made with 50% recycled material. We're looking at the 118.
All right, you betcha. Good morning, and thanks for letting us tag along with you here this morning. Yes, if you were with us last time around, we got a reportable problem around the 118.5, but we just flew over that a few minutes ago, looked at it real careful, and nothing in lane. It's the usual morning slowing, I'll call it, east and west 118 with South 5, all that, and South 5 goes down to the split. Now, what's not so good is a little bit to the north of there, in the city of San Fernando, the east or south, 210, whatever you want to call it, but at Hubbard, that's in between the I-5 and the 118. There's a couple of two separate homeless encampment cars, looks to me, and fire department, as you know, has to check it out. They're blocking the right lane to put them out. Now, they're not major fires, but they do have to work it. So that East 210 will be rather slow approaching the 118. Other than that, we're over the 134. We just made the turn to the 170. South 170 is the slope from Burbank Boulevard. Not too bad there. And the 134 is getting real busy real early here. Westbound side right at Hollywood Way over to the interchange. All lanes are open. It's just that squeeze place until you get through the interchange. Injured in an accident, visit superwomansuperlawyer.com. Just KFI in the sky.
The Lakers fell to Giannis Antetokounmpo by a score of 109 to 102. Yes, other players on the Milwaukee Bucks helped as well, but it was Giannis with the season-high 47 points who did the heavy lifting. Lakers coach Frank Vogel had some bittersweet reflections afterwards.
Disappointed that we didn't pull it out. Disappointed in some of the calls we got, but that's to be expected down the stretch. I think Anthony Davis getting 0 free throw attempts is something that's a little bit mind-boggling. And, we'll continue to communicate with the league on that. But overall, a lot of positives.
The Clippers are at the Memphis Grizzlies at 5 o'clock live on AM 570 LA Sports. I'm Wayne Resnick, KFI Sports. I happen to use CBD products, and I never thought I would, because going to sleep, I was ambient voice. And then I was introduced to CBD products, specifically from CBDistillery.com. And I usually go to sleep. I use these products go to sleep. My family uses them for arthritis, be calmer, working out, you'll get sore. CBDistillery.com products simply help with all of that. 2 million of us are customers of CBDistillery.com. They have a full line of CBD products with a full spectrum CBD, and it's better sleep, a calmer mind, less discomfort after workouts, and a lot more. That sounds good to you. Visit CBDistillery.com, enter handle for 20% off on your order. That's CBDistillery.com. The promo code is handle. 20% off CBDistillery.com.
This Thanksgiving, you could spend all week preparing a massive feast, or you could just go to Sizzler.com/Thanksgiving, where he can eat Thanksgiving dinners to go start at $84.99.
Now for the first time, one medication
2 pounds of stuffing, 3 pounds of mashed potatoes with gravy, plus 3 more pounds of sweet potato casserole, all pre-cooked and ready to serve at home. Take home Thanksgiving dinners for 6, start at just $84.99. You have to order ahead, so go to Sizzler.com/Thanksgiving now.
I just heard something.
Your KFI Financial Report is brought to you by Bay Alarm. The Dow is down 151, S&P up 6, NASDAQ up 34, and the average price of a gallon of unleaded gas in California is $4.70.
With a range of commercial fire and security solutions, Bay Alarm can protect it all with just one call.
SoCal weather from KFI, a partly cloudy Thursday with highs from the 60s at the beaches, upper 60s to right around 70 for Metro LA and OC, mid-70s to right around 80 for the valleys and the IE. Right now it's 58 in Irvine, 50 in Laguna Beach, 44 in San Diego. We lead local, live from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Justin Jones Lee.
And good morning, Bill Handel here on Thursday morning, November the 18th. Quick word about our, where is it? Copy for pasta. Here it is. It's time for our 11th annual KFI Pasta Con. Chef Bruno's charity, providing over 25,000 meals to kids in need every single week across Southern California. And we're a big part of helping those kids get fed. So donate at pastathon.com. 100% of your donation goes directly to Caterina Club, the charity. You can shop into any Smart and Final store, California, Arizona, Nevada, and you can donate $10 or more. Also pick up Ramona's Burritos at checkout, and that provides 14 meals to kids. Courtesy of Barilla Pasta, you can drop pasta and sauce donations of any brand at the Anaheim Lighthouse, Bruno's restaurant, from now through December 4th, every day, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. For other drop-off locations, just more information at pastathon.com. Now, the Armory trial, well, actually a trial to McMichaels and their neighbor, William Roddy Bryan, is going on right now. Travis McMichaels is on the stand. He is testifying. He's the one that actually shot Ahmad Arbery. Now, we all know the story, unless you've been living under a rock. You've seen the video, you know what happened. These three chased after, actually two of them.
This morning.
Chased after Ahmad Arbery, and he pulled the truck around there, took the truck in front of him, and then he's going to run around them, and then out comes Travis McMichaels with the gun, and they get into a tussle, and you know what happened. Ahmad Arbery was shot several times and died. And of course,